There are questions in life that never truly leave us. Questions that rise quietly in the middle of the night when the room is dark and the only sound you hear is your own breath. And among those questions, one of the most haunting is this: do they still think about me? We rarely say it out loud. Sometimes we laugh it off. Other times we bury it beneath our busy days, pretending it doesn't matter anymore. But in the stillness, it surfaces. Because love is never a clean break. Love leaves shadows, echoes, fingerprints on the soul. And for those born on September 12th, the question of being remembered carries a deeper, almost cosmic weight. Because when your birthday falls on 9/12, you are wired in a way that makes you unforgettable. Not everyone is. Some people fade from memory quickly. But you're different. There's something about your essence, the vibration of your numbers, the way your stars align, that leaves people, especially your exes, unable to fully let go. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's not about clinging to the past. It's about recognizing a truth written into your very design. So let me welcome you. You're here with Soul Design Lab, where ancient wisdom meets modern self-discovery. And today, we're going to walk together through the first part of a journey. 3 signs your ex still thinks about you. But this isn't just any explanation. This one is special for you, born on September 12th. Because your birthday holds secrets that explain why your relationships linger, why love for you often feels like a story that never fully closes. So take a deep breath, sit back, and let's begin. Why 9/12 birthdays are unforgettable. Imagine a room filled with people. Some talk loudly, others fade into the background. A few leave an impression for a while, but in time, their presence blurs, their memory drifts away. And then there's you. You enter, not necessarily the loudest, not the most flamboyant, but there's something in the way you carry yourself. Something in your words, your gaze, your subtle kindness. Long after you've left, people still feel it. This is the power of 9/12. In numerology, September 12th carries the numbers 3 and 9. The number 3 is the voice, the communicator, the one who leaves imprints through words, laughter, stories, and expressions. People with the vibration of 3 are unforgettable, not because they demand attention, but because their presence echoes. The number 9 is the soul's depth. It carries compassion, wisdom, and a sense of closure, or more often, the lack of closure. The 9 energy makes people look back, reflect, question, and sometimes regret. Together, 3 and 9 form 12. Reduce it again, and you return to 3. That doubling of the 3 energy means your communication, your imprint, your emotional echo are amplified. So when you love, you don't just share moments, you carve your presence into memory. When you leave, you don't just disappear, you remain, like a song that lingers even after the music fades. That's why, for you, love often feels like a test, because the ties you create are strong, deep, and complicated. Your ex may walk away, but the thought of you, it doesn't vanish. It resurfaces in unexpected ways. And that brings us back to the question, do they still think about me? If you were born on 9/12, the answer is very often, yes. Think about your own life. Have you noticed how people from your past circle back? An old message, a sudden like on social media, a friend who tells you your ex mentioned your name. This happens to many, but for you, it happens more often, more intensely, more undeniably. Why? Because as a Virgo born on September 12th, you're ruled by Mercury, the planet of thought, reflection, and communication. Your ex can leave, but Mercury whispers. It keeps them analyzing, remembering, questioning. Add to this the influence of Cancer's emotional pull on your Venus placement, and you get a love signature that is both nurturing and unforgettable. You give deeply. You make people feel seen, heard, understood, and that kind of love doesn't simply vanish. So even if years pass, your ex may still find themselves wondering, what if? What could have been? For you, love is not lighthearted. Even when you try to keep it simple, it becomes layered, meaningful, transformative. That's why it feels like a test. Because love in your life is not just about pleasure or companionship. It's about growth, lessons, and soul work. Your relationships often serve as mirrors, reflecting not just who you are, but who you're becoming. And because of that, your ex doesn't just remember your smile, they remember the lessons. The way you challenged them, the way you revealed their shadows, the way you pulled them towards something deeper. They may not admit it, they may even resent it, but they carry it, always. And this is where we begin our deeper dive. Because while the truth is that your ex does think about you, the universe leaves signs. 3, to be exact. And the number 3 isn't random. In your chart, the 3 repeats. It is your soul's language. And in this exploration, it becomes the structure, the 3 clues, the 3 whispers, the 3 undeniable truths that your ex still has you in their heart. But before we enter the first sign, I want you to pause. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about the person you're wondering about. Notice how your body feels. Do you sense a pull, an energy, a subtle connection that hasn't broken? That feeling is the foundation of what we're about to explore. The first sign is what I call the social echo. It's subtle, easy to dismiss, but very real. It's the way your ex continues to follow your life from afar, even when they pretend not to care. But we'll get to that in a moment. Right now, what I want you to know is this. Being born on September 12th means you live inside people's heads and hearts in ways that defy logic. You might move forward, but your essence lingers. And that's why the signs we're about to uncover carry even more weight for you. Because you don't just leave memories, you leave echoes. So as we close this first part of our journey, remember this. Your question, do they still think about me? Is not born from insecurity. It's born from intuition. Because deep down, you already know the answer. And in part 2, we're going to explore the first sign, the social echo, and show you exactly how to recognize it, why it matters, and how it reveals what your ex has never said out loud. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover may change the way you see your past and your power forever. When we ended part 1, I asked you to pause for a moment, to feel the quiet connection, to notice the invisible thread that seems to hum between you and the one who used to hold your heart. And now, we step into the first undeniable sign, what I call the social echo. We live in an age of constant visibility. Even when we think someone has left our world, even when we block, unfollow, or disconnect, there are still endless ways our lives brush against each other's, subtly, silently, unexpectedly. And if you were born on September 12th, you notice these echoes more than most. Because your Virgo intuition is sharp, your Mercury mind is restless, and your number 3 vibration amplifies communication in all forms, even the hidden ones. So what is the social echo? It's the digital footprint of thought. The small, almost invisible traces your ex leaves when they still carry you in their mind. Picture this. It's late at night. You're scrolling through your phone absent-mindedly. Notifications blur together until one catches your eye. A like. An old photo. Maybe from 2 years ago. You tilt your head a little confused. Why would they suddenly look at that? Or maybe it's not as obvious. Maybe it's a friend telling you, "Hey, I saw your ex was asking about you." Just casually, but still. Or it's the uncanny timing of them posting a song, a quote, or a picture that mirrors something only the two of you would recognize. To anyone else, it looks ordinary. To you, it feels like a whisper. That whisper is the social echo. For most people, these things can be brushed off as coincidence. But for those born on September 12th, the social echo has layers. Why? Because your astrological chart and numerological design make you magnetic in memory. Virgo, ruled by Mercury, makes your words stick. An ex may hear your voice in their head long after conversations end. Your birthday, 9/12, carries the vibration of unfinished lessons. The 9 is about endings, but 12 reduces back to 3, meaning the cycle often repeats. In relationships, this creates a pattern. People leave, but they circle back emotionally, sometimes physically. Your aura isn't just remembered, it's sought out. Your ex might not even realize why they're still checking on you, but they do, because part of them hasn't found closure. The social echo is not just a sign they think of you, it's a sign that they can't not think of you. Let's step away from astrology and numerology for a moment and look at pure psychology. Breakups trigger a conflict between the heart's attachment system and the mind's desire to move on. Your ex may tell themselves they're done. They may date someone else. They may even act like you don't exist. But then when they're alone, their subconscious betrays them. Scrolling, searching, pausing longer on your posts, bringing your name up in random conversations. Why? Because the mind doesn't erase emotional imprints. Especially when those imprints come from someone born on September 12th, someone who naturally leaves strong, structured patterns in another person's life. In other words, your love becomes a reference point, a standard, a ghost they still measure against, even when they try to forget. Let me share with you a story. There was a woman, let's call her Clara, born on September 12th. She had a relationship that ended badly. Distance, arguments, things left unsaid. She thought it was over for good. Months later, while scrolling through her notifications, she noticed something strange. Her ex had liked a picture from years ago, a picture of her standing on a beach, smiling, wind tangled in her hair. It wasn't random. That picture was tied to a memory they had shared together. At first, Clara brushed it off, but then it happened again. Another old like, another song lyric posted, another subtle reminder. Her ex never said, "I miss you," but the social echo spoke louder than words. And Clara, being a September 12th soul, picked up on it immediately. Her intuition knew. If you were born on 9/12, you'll notice that the universe sends you patterns. The social echo can show up in three main ways. 1. Digital traces. Likes, follows, sudden comments, or even a quick view on your story. It may not be daily, but it happens at just the right time. 2. Indirect mentions. Friends telling you your ex asked about you, or that your name just happened to come up. This is not accidental. Your ex's subconscious leaks out through their words. 3. Mirrored posts. Quotes, songs, or images that connect directly to your shared past. They may not tag you, but you feel it. The timing, the content, it's a message, whether they realize it or not. Now here's the important part. For someone born on September 12th, the social echo isn't just about an ex still thinking about you. It's about the lesson of boundaries and choice. Because your gift, being unforgettable, is also your test. You will always attract echoes, but not all echoes deserve a response. Some exes think of you because they truly regret losing you. Others think of you because they're restless, nostalgic, or lonely. The real question is not, do they think of me? But why do they think of me, and what does it mean for me now? Remember how I said your birthday reduces to the number 3? The 3 is the storyteller, the communicator, the one whose words and presence leave marks. That's why your social echo is so loud. Because the people you touch don't just move on, they replay the story. They revisit the conversations, they rehear your laughter. And in quiet moments, they check, they look, they search. It's not weakness, it's not obsession, it's resonance. So here's the truth. If you've noticed these echoes, if you've seen their name pop up, if you've felt their presence online, if you've heard from mutual friends, don't dismiss it as coincidence. For you, born on September 12th, these are not accidents. They are signs. Proof that you have left an imprint they cannot erase. But remember, the social echo is only the beginning. It's the surface, the whisper, the shadow. The deeper signs, they come next. Because when an ex still thinks about you, it's not just about the clicks or the mentions, it's about the way you live inside their emotional world. And in part 3, we'll explore the second sign, what I call the emotional residue. It's not visible online, it's not spoken out loud, but it's stronger, deeper, and far harder to hide. So stay with me, because the story of your unforgettable love is only just beginning. In part 2, we uncovered the social echo, the digital traces, the whispers through mutual friends, the mirrored posts that prove your presence still lingers in their world. But that was just the surface, the first ripple on the water. Now we sink deeper into the emotional residue. Because when an ex still thinks about you, it's not always visible online. Sometimes it's hidden in the pauses, in their choices, in the way they carry themselves through life after you. And if you were born on September 12th, you sense this residue more sharply than most. You don't just notice what people do, you feel the energy they leave behind. So what is it exactly? The emotional residue is the imprint of your relationship on their emotional body. It's the heaviness, the ache, the longing, the anger, whatever emotions were tied to you that never quite dissolve, no matter how much time passes. Unlike the social echo, which is external and observable, the emotional residue is internal. It shows up in their behavior, their patterns, their inability to move fully into the next chapter of life. It's the silent weight they still carry because of you. Imagine this. It's been months, maybe years, since the breakup. Your ex is at a dinner with friends, laughing, clinking glasses, pretending everything is fine, And then something happens. A song plays in the background. A phrase someone says reminds them of you. Or maybe it's the way someone sits across the table, mirroring a small gesture you used to make. In that moment, their laughter falters, just for a split second. They're no longer at dinner. They're back with you. The conversation continues around them, but inside, there's an empty seat only they can see. That seat belongs to you. That's the emotional residue. For those born on September 12th, this residue is especially powerful. Why? Because you're not the kind of person people can categorize as just another ex. Virgo energy leaves structure. You shape routines, habits, even daily rhythms in your partner's life. After you're gone, those patterns remain like ghost outlines. Your birthday combines the energy of 9, closure, endings, wisdom, with 12/3, expression, creativity, unfinished cycles. This means relationships with you often feel karmic. They teach lessons, and karmic bonds are not easily erased. You're remembered as the one who forced growth. That growth may have been painful, but it was transformative. And transformation always leaves residue. Psychologists describe breakups not as clean cuts, but as attachment wounds. When someone has loved deeply, their brain creates pathways, associations between comfort and you, between security and your presence, between identity and the relationship itself. When you leave, those pathways don't vanish. They remain dormant, waiting to be triggered. This is why your ex might feel fine most days, but then collapse emotionally when they stumble upon a reminder. And here's the thing. For you, born on 9/12, you often leave more pathways than most, because you engage both mind and heart. You challenge, you analyze, you nurture, you provoke. You don't just give love, you shape their thinking. So the residue isn't just emotional, it's mental, it's spiritual. But how can you tell? How do you recognize when your ex is still carrying you inside? Look for these patterns. 1. Failed replacements. They jump into new relationships, but none last. Why? Because emotionally, they're still comparing. They're still chasing what they lost with you, or running from it. 2. Triggered reactions. When your name comes up, even casually, their mood changes. They grow defensive, withdrawn, or overly curious. That intensity, it's residue. 3. Life pauses. Sometimes they avoid certain places, songs, or activities because those things remind them of you. They can't face them yet. 4. Emotional leakage. Anger, nostalgia, jealousy. Even if they pretend to have moved on, these emotions resurface when the subject of you appears. Let's bring this to life. There was a man named Daniel, also connected to a September 12th soul. After the breakup, he told himself he was fine. He dated again, went out with friends, filled his calendar. But every time he saw a bookshop, the kind he and his ex used to wander in on Sunday afternoons, he froze. He would walk past quickly, pretending not to care. Yet inside, he felt the hollow tug. Months later, he bumped into her by accident. And in that moment, everything spilled out. The sadness, the anger, the longing. He hadn't moved on. He had just layered his life over the residue. That's the power of an unforgettable connection with someone born on 9/12. You don't just end, you linger. Let's pull in numerology here. The 9 in your birthday carries the weight of endings, but it also carries the tendency toward unfinished business. A 9 soul teaches others through closure, but it also awakens the feeling of something left undone. This is why your ex feels residue, because to them, the story with you doesn't feel finished. Even if they walked away, even if they chose distance, deep down, they wonder if they left too soon, if they misunderstood, if there was more to learn. And that wondering grows heavy over time. It becomes residue. Here's the truth. You can mask social echoes, you can avoid online traces, but you can't hide residue forever. Residue leaks. It slips out in tone of voice. It shows up in their choices. It hangs in the silence between their words. And if you're born on 9/12, your intuition picks up on it instantly. You sense it before they admit it. But here's the challenge. For September 12th birthdays, recognizing emotional residue isn't the hard part. The hard part is deciding what to do with it. Because sometimes the residue is a sign they still love you, still regret, still long for another chance. But sometimes it's just a sign they haven't healed, and they may drag you back into unfinished cycles. Your test is this: to distinguish between the residue of true love and the residue of unresolved pain. So let's breathe this in. The social echo tells you they're watching. The emotional residue tells you they're still carrying you. Both are powerful. Both are signs you're unforgettable. But there's one more layer, the deepest sign of all. Because when an ex truly cannot let go, it's not just about the digital traces. It's not just about the heaviness they carry inside. It's about the choices they make in their future, how their path bends because of you. That's where we'll go in part 4, into the third sign, the most undeniable one, the life detour. Because sometimes an ex doesn't just think of you. They live differently because of you. We've walked through the first 2 signs, the social echo, the digital traces that show you're still on their mind, the emotional residue, the lingering heaviness in their heart that proves you're not forgotten. But now we arrive at the most undeniable sign of all, the one that cannot be faked, cannot be masked, cannot be scrolled away. The life detour. Because when an ex still thinks about you, not just sometimes, not just on lonely nights, but constantly, deeply, profoundly, their life itself begins to bend. Their choices shift, their plans reroute, their very path changes because of you. And for those born on September 12th, this sign is the most powerful of all. A life detour is when your ex makes decisions in life that are shaped, directly or indirectly, by the ghost of your relationship. It's not just about missing you. It's about living differently because of you. Maybe they move to a new city just to escape reminders. Maybe they chase a career path, hoping to prove something to themselves or to you. Maybe they avoid commitments because no one feels like you. Whatever form it takes, a life detour is the clearest signal that your presence is not just a memory. It's a compass, still guiding or haunting them. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman named Claire. She loved a man whose birthday was September 12th. Their relationship was intense, demanding, unforgettable. But when it ended, she couldn't bear the reminders. Every corner of her city, the cafes, the bookstores, even the subway stations, carried his shadow. So she moved, packed everything, started over in a new city. But here's the truth. She didn't move towards something. She moved away from him. Years later, she admitted it. I built my whole new life, but every brick was laid in reaction to you. You were still the architect, even though you weren't there. That's the life detour. Why is this so common for those who've loved a 9/12 soul? Because people born on September 12th have a way of rearranging lives. You awaken hidden parts of people. Once they've experienced that, their old life feels too small. You bring both stability, Virgo's order, and instability, the number 12's karmic lessons. That paradox shakes them. You leave a mark that forces people to reconsider who they are, what they want, what they will no longer accept. So when you're gone, your ex can't simply go back. They must take a detour, because the road they were on no longer fits. From a psychological lens, this is known as post-relationship identity reconstruction. When someone leaves a significant relationship, they often feel disoriented. Who am I without you? For some, the answer is small changes, new hobbies, new friends. But when the connection was deep, the changes are bigger, massive, life-altering. That's why exes of 9/12 birthdays often take detours. You weren't just a lover, you were a mirror. And mirrors demand reckoning. So how do you know your ex has taken this path? Look for these telltale signs. 1. Geographic shifts. Moving cities, avoiding shared spaces, or suddenly traveling to places they once dreamed of with you. 2. Career overhauls. Changing jobs, pursuing goals they once spoke of with you, or chasing success as if to prove they've won. The breakup. 3. Lifestyle transformations. Suddenly into fitness, spirituality, or adventures they never cared for before. Not because it's who they are, but because it's who they wanted to be with you. 4. Commitment patterns. Avoiding serious relationships, or conversely rushing into them. Both reactions tied to the emotional blueprint you left behind. There was another man, let's call him Jason. After his breakup with a 9/12 woman, he married quickly. Everyone thought he had moved on, but behind closed doors, the cracks were obvious. His new wife noticed it. The way he shut down when she didn't laugh the same way, the way he flinched at songs tied to old memories, the way he hesitated whenever they passed places his ex once loved. He hadn't chosen marriage from love, he had chosen it from detour. It was an attempt to bury the residue, to rewrite the story. But detours chosen in pain rarely last. Now let's decode this through numerology. The 12 in your birthday represents cycles, sacrifice, and transformation. It's a number that disrupts and redirects. When someone loves a 12-9 soul, they are often thrust into cycles of endings and new beginnings. And after you, they rarely return to the same path. You are the detour. Their road after you is never the road they walked before. Spiritually, some relationships are destined to reroute us. The connection with a 9/12 person often feels karmic, like meeting them was part of a soul contract, something that had to happen even if it ended. When the contract breaks, the soul doesn't simply walk forward. It stumbles, searches, detours, because you awaken something that cannot be unawakened. But here's the haunting truth. Detours have costs. Some exes lose years chasing things they don't truly want. Some sabotage healthy relationships because they can't release the residue of you. Some drift endlessly, never sure if they're running from you or still trying to find their way back. And you, born on September 12th, often sense this. You feel when someone's path still bends around your gravity. But here's the challenge for you. When you recognize that an ex's life detour is because of you, it can be tempting to feel guilty or powerful. But remember, their detour is their choice. You may have been the catalyst, but they are the traveler. Your task is to witness without absorbing the weight. To understand that being unforgettable does not mean being responsible. So let's gather this all together. The social echo proves they're still watching. The emotional residue shows they're still carrying you. And the life detour reveals the deepest truth. They're still living because of you or in spite of you. 3 undeniable signs, 3 mirrors of your impact. And for those born on September 12th, these signs are magnified. Because you are unforgettable, you are catalytic, you are the turning point in people's lives. So if you've ever wondered, do they still think of me? The answer is simple. Yes, more than you realize, because even when they try to move forward, they're still moving on paths you unknowingly paved. We've come a long way together, through stories, through symbols, through signs. And now we've reached the final chapter, the conclusion. But let's pause. Let's breathe. Let's look back at the road we've walked. The first sign we explored was the social echo. The digital footprints, the subtle clicks, the ghostly presence in your online world that whispers, "I'm still watching." The second sign was the emotional residue. That heavy imprint left on the heart, the way emotions linger long after words fade. Proof that even when someone tries to move on, they can't quite escape the weight of you. And finally, the third, the most powerful of all, the life detour. The choices, the cities, the careers, the marriages, the escapes, all shifted because of your gravity. Even in absence, you shape their path. Together, these 3 signs weave a truth that can no longer be denied. Yes, your ex still thinks about you. Now, for most people, these signs might appear faintly, like shadows in the background. But for those connected to someone born on September 12th, the experience is stronger, deeper, unforgettable. Because you, with your Virgo mind and your karmic 12 energy, are not a passing breeze. You are a storm, a lesson, a mirror. You awaken clarity. You demand change. You leave fingerprints that time cannot erase. And that is why your ex struggles. That is why they replay. That is why they detour. You are not easy to forget because you were never meant to be. There's a story I want to leave you with. A man once loved a woman born on September 12th. Their love ended, messy and raw. But years later, he still carried her in his chest. One night, he wrote her a letter. Pages and pages. Every regret, every memory, every longing. But he never sent it. He folded it, sealed it, and tucked it away. Why? Because it wasn't about her anymore. It was about him, trying to reconcile the mark she left on his soul. That's what it means to love someone unforgettable. Even silence becomes a confession. But here's the paradox for you, 9/12 souls. Yes, your ex may still think about you. Yes, their life may bend around your absence. But you cannot live waiting for their echoes. You cannot hold yourself hostage to their residue. Your power is not in being remembered. Your power is in moving forward, in choosing your own detours, not theirs. Let's draw out the deeper wisdom. The social echo reminds you, attention is not the same as connection. Someone can watch your life without truly being part of it. The emotional residue reminds you, intensity leaves scars, but scars are not chains. Healing means carrying the memory without reliving the wound. The life detour reminds you, your presence changes lives, but so does your absence. The way others adapt to you is a reflection of their journey, not your responsibility. Each sign is not just about your ex. Each sign is a mirror for you. So here's the question you must ask yourself now. Do you want to remain a chapter in someone else's detour? Or do you want to be the author of your own destiny? Because the truth is, the unforgettable nature of September 12th birthdays is both a gift and a burden. You are unforgettable, yes, but you must also learn to release. To understand that being remembered is not the same as being loved, and to realize that your future deserves more than echoes of the past. Here's what I believe. Every relationship is either a home or a classroom. Some people come to stay, others come to teach. If your ex is still haunted by you, if these 3 signs resonate, then for them, you were the greatest classroom they ever entered. And for you, you now hold the diploma. The lesson is complete. It is time to step into a new life with clarity, courage, compassion. Let me speak directly to you, 912 souls. You are unforgettable, not because of the pain you caused, not because of the residue you left, not because of the detours that followed. You are unforgettable because you embody a rare kind of truth, a love that awakens, a presence that challenges, a spirit that transforms. So if you've ever doubted your worth, if you've ever questioned whether you mattered, let these 3 signs remind you, you do. More than you will ever fully know. And if this message resonated with you, if you saw yourself in these words, if you felt the truth of your own power and your own story, then don't let the journey end here. At Soul Design Lab, we dive deeper into who you are, why you love the way you do, and how to design a life that honors your soul. So take a moment now, click subscribe, not for me, not even for this channel, but for you, for the version of yourself that is ready to understand, ready to heal, ready to rise. Because your story is not just about who you once were to someone else, it's about who you are becoming now. Remember this, you are not just a memory, you are not just someone's residue, you are not just a detour in their map. You are a destination, you are a design, you are unforgettable for all the right reasons. So step forward, 912 soul, your next chapter awaits.